everybody, and welcome back to Life of a Wife podcast. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Amanda.
And we are ready for a fun episode today. We're going to try some snacks and talk about some wife things and a little bit of Amanda's pop culture stuff, as she always does.
And try a non-alcoholic White Claw.
Oh, yes. Amanda's also going to be trying that. It gave me a headache yesterday, so I'm not going to be trying it. But it was good, so I wanted her reaction. Let's get started.
So we went to Trader Joe's today.
Yes.
Lindsay wanted to go. She doesn't get to go that often.
Yeah, I actually really never shop at Trader Joe's. I feel like I used to go more, but ever since I started shopping at Aldi, it's just been...
Yeah, I'll go
Not
like
really in my
maybe
mind.
like every 6 months or every couple months and do like a big haul. But they have so much stuff there. They have so
Yeah,
many
it was
different
actually,
stuff.
it was very exciting for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And they had lots of snacks that we wanted to try, so...
Yeah, Lindsay just kept going. In the back, in the cart, in the cart, in the cart. If I didn't just go to Aldi's yesterday, then I would have got way more.
That's fair, that's fair.
So, first I'm going to try, what is it?
Well, you can get it.
Mango, passion fruit, non-alcoholic White Claw. I do drink regular White Claws. And yeah, I'm just really excited to try this because there's so many times that I crave a White Claw or a seltzer, but I'll be like at home doing laundry or something, and I just am like, you know, if I have like one or two White Claws, like what if I have to, you know, go somewhere later, or just like I don't feel the need to be like drinking at this moment. So. Ooh. I'm excited.
I'm excited for you.
That's good.
I love the passion fruit in it.
Yeah, it's really good.
I think that made a huge difference versus like regular White Claws.
Yeah.
And I really don't drink because it does like give me a headache, and I just don't feel good whenever I drink. But I thought it would be fun to try. So
You got all mango. Did you try any other ones?
no, I didn't. I was actually over a different friend's house, and a different friend, a friend and coworker's house, and her husband knew that I didn't drink, and so he picked me up that one and the black cherry one, and
so nice.
And didn't try the black cherry one because I started drinking that one and it gave me a headache.
They make me burp so much, so I apologize in advance. Nice crisp burp. Anyway, no, this is really good. Like,
You think you'll buy them?
I think I would buy them.
Okay.
Yeah, except, I mean, I'd probably get like 6. I don't know. I would drink like 11. But like, you can make like really good mocktails and stuff.
I think they only come in a 6-pack.
Okay. You can make mocktails and stuff with
yeah.
this?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we should do that.
We should look up a recipe.
Yeah. And also, we normally record like at like 11 or 12 or 1. So if we ever recorded in the evening, maybe I'd have like a nice beverage.
Yeah.
But, you know.
We'll talk about this later, but maybe whenever Mark's gone, we can record a night session.
That's a good idea.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
We'll have to think about what we would talk about.
No, yeah, I do think that would be fun.
I think it would too.
We just, the weekends are busy, so we normally just record like earlier in the day, or which it's nice because I feel like I've been seeing you a lot. But
yeah, and like what we've been up to lately is not seeing each other. I was gone last week because I didn't feel good, and then I just feel like I haven't been seeing Amanda. Like whenever we first started the podcast, we would see each other every weekend.
Yeah.
And lately, like, we haven't seen each other.
Yeah,
like
I
a
honestly
month.
feel like since my wedding, we've been seeing each other, like, all the time.
Yes.
Then we didn't see each other for, like, a month. So I'm like, I miss you.
I know. We've definitely been going through a season of just not seeing each other, and it's very sad.
Yeah. But we'll get back to it.
Exactly.
Definitely should plan something fun soon.
Oh my god, I was just thinking that. Actually, I told Dylan I really want to go to the zoo.
Really?
So maybe we should go if Mark would be interested in that.
Yeah.
I don't know how he would feel about that, but
No, we went. I actually made him go to the zoo with me a few years ago after we got back from Ohio Pile. And we went on we hiked the whole time we were there.
Yeah.
It's like an hour away from where we live, and but we stayed there just 'cause. And we went to the zoo after in 90-degree weather, and we hiked the whole thing because we were in hiking mode in 2 hours.
they're speed walking through the zoo.
But yeah, we were just talking about the zoo at my work. But yeah, that would be totally fun.
I actually told Dylan that he knows that I've been watching this zoo show. It's the San Diego Zoo show on Discovery Plus. But it's one of my background shows that I put on whenever I'm cleaning or putting away laundry or something like that, just to have on in the background. And he knows I've been watching it. And one day I was like, oh, I really want to go to the zoo with you soon. And he was like, why? Because you've been watching that show? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's so. I think my pap used to watch shows like that, but I haven't seen something like that in so long.
It's just a cute little show that I put on in the background.
Yeah,
That's,
I was talking with
not
coworkers the other day, and they were saying that the Pittsburgh Zoo sucks, and it's really sad.
Aw.
And I don't think
We're gonna come up with our own opinion on that.
I don't think so. I mean, it's honestly the only zoo I've ever been to, so I guess I don't have that much opinion. But I was like, do you remember the show John and Kate Plus 8?
Yeah.
They traveled here to go to the Pittsburgh Zoo. So I always thought
Why would they travel here?
This was years ago, but I always thought we supposedly had one of the best zoos.
Well, Columbus Zoo is probably the best zoo around us.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Columbus Zoo, but we only went for a little bit of time. We didn't, it was before a wedding, so we stopped there for a little bit and saw some stuff. I would really like to go back there and check out an all day thing of their zoo, because that's probably the best zoo in our immediate area.
Yeah, this was I was younger. It was when the show was popular on. They were all still together.
Yeah,
this was years ago. So I guess maybe it was more poppin' back then. But I also
really
said to them that I've never seen a polar bear there. They put in this big polar bear exhibit, and I've never seen a polar bear.
So I guess I used to go to the zoo a lot whenever I would nanny. So that's probably the last time that I had been to the zoo, and that's probably been 4 years or so at least now. But yeah, we used to see polar bears there all the time.
I've never seen one, and I've been there
That's really sad.
a good amount of time since that they came out with the polar bear exhibit. And every time I go, I'm like, hey, I want to see a polar bear.
I really hope there's a polar bear there. Maybe we'll document our trip to the zoo.
Yeah, I want to see a polar bear. Yeah.
All right, let's do our candy review.
Okay, well, should we do gummies first? I don't know. Which one should we do first, chocolate or gummies? Maybe do the sour last?
Yeah, let's do chocolate first.
Okay.
Do the honeycomb ones first, because I'm really scared of them.
You're scared?
They're intimidating.
I don't remember what her name is, so I apologize, but I follow this girl on TikTok. She's from Dancing with the Stars, and she now just posts a lot of TikToks. Yeah. I love her. Meanwhile, I don't even remember what her name is, so that's just horrible. But she was eating these, and her mom told her to get them. So
okay. Oh.
Oh no. I apologize. I also didn't say what we're eating. Milk chocolate covered honeycomb candy.
I just held it up. We're not great at this.
Yeah, if you're listening, it's milk chocolate honeycomb candy. Crunch.
Why don't we put all the stuff on our stories? Everything that we're trying, so that people can see it. We can make a food review highlight.
Okay. It's really good, but I hate when shit gets in my teeth like this.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of think it tastes like crunchy chocolate.
Toffee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
I
very
have to
sweet.
move away from the microphone because I can't stop chewing.
Yeah, it definitely gets stuck in your teeth, so if you don't like that, don't eat it.
There's a piece that I can't chew. It just keeps going in my teeth. It's just stuck in there.
I'm not gonna finish that.
I'm about to spit this out.
Okay, we can pause for a second. Do what you need to do.
No, hold on. I'm just gonna go throw this away. It's like my tooth a little bit. Oh no, it's stuck in there.
There we go. She got it.
Okay. There's literally like still some in my tooth. There's like still some in my tooth, but we're gonna worry about that later. Yeah, I was like chewing and chewing and chewing it, and it just wouldn't. Anyways.
All right, the next thing we're going to try are these s'mores clusters, which I am very excited about. They're mini marshmallows, graham crackers covered in milk chocolate.
Those sound good. And these are all from Trader Joe's.
And it doesn't look like it's too much of... it looks like there's maybe one marshmallow on here, but...
Her face looks so serious.
Sorry. It's really good, and I really like how the graham cracker is crushed up into the chocolate. But then there was only one marshmallow on top of mine.
There needs to be more marshmallows.
Either that or the mini marshmallows on it. That would be really good.
It looks like there's only like one marshmallow in each. And if you're watching this, it's a big cluster. So that would be my complaint. Oh, in this picture it has two.
What's the average, Amanda?
It's good, but like it definitely needs more of like the s'mores stuff in it. Like I would definitely eat them.
Okay.
Wash it down with some mango passion fruit.
Do you like the passion fruit in it? I really like that too.
Yeah, I like passion fruit. What's next? It's gonna make me burp.
Next are the organic berry tiny gummy soft and chewy gummy candies. They're just mini gummy bears.
They're organic gummy bears from Trader Joe's.
Organic mini gummy bears.
Mini gummy bears. I love it.
Amanda loves the ASMR. I'm trying to pick a couple different flavors, sorry. And it doesn't tell you what the flavors are.
They are so tiny.
So little. Little babies.
It tastes like fruit snacks.
It doesn't taste too, like, organic-y to me. Like...
It tastes like a fruit snack. I like fruit snacks.
Yeah, it's very good. I like them, too. I've also always loved gummy candy. It's always been my go-to. Sour or not. But then if I eat too many, my tummy gets sick.
Tastes like strawberry.
Yeah, it does. I do feel like they have very different flavors to them. I wish they told you the flavors, so that would be helpful.
They're so tiny. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Okay, the next gummies are just like fruity gummy candies, but these ones tell you the flavors. So there's pineapple, mango, grapefruit, watermelon, and blueberry, which I'm very interested in the blueberry one. Also gonna see if I can find a mango one. And grapefruit. I'll try those ones. These ones, they don't make me as excited. They look really hard.
She shook her head. No. Oh no, which one?
No, the flavor isn't bad.
I'm scared.
It's still gummy.
Oh no.
I tried the blueberry one. That flavor is good. Aren't they a weird texture? Which one did you try?
Pineapple. Mm-mm. I'm really weird about watermelon, so...
It just seems so hard to me. Like, it's not, like, nice and easy to chew. And the mango one wasn't that great. I really like the blueberry one. Trying the grapefruit now.
I'm gonna try the blueberry one. The blueberry is good. It tastes like a blueberry muffin. It tastes like something. I really feel like it tastes like a baked blueberry in the blueberry muffin.
Oh, okay.
I apologize if you can hear my chewing is like so aggressive.
Not a watermelon. Yeah, watermelon one.
Mm-hmm. I'm still chewing.
Sorry for not talking into the microphone.
Who are you sorry to?
Everybody.
Okay. Watermelon going in.
Mark specifically, because I know he's going to be like, Lindsay's not talking into the microphone.
Well,
She didn't like that one.
I don't know what it is, but like, ever since I was a kid, like, I always hated watermelon, but like, as I get older, I like watermelon stuff more.
I do not like watermelon.
I'm able to chew if like my mom, all she has is watermelon gum, like I can chew it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like watermelon. I'm just like I'm not.
Are you neutral on it? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm not a fruit and vegetables person. No, but when I put this in my mouth, I'm just like, ew.
Yeah, I feel
watermelon flavored stuff sometimes. Like, I don't know why, I just don't really like it, but
that's okay.
I used to hate it more.
Oh, the watermelon sour candies, those are good though. Dylan always gets those. Those are good. But yeah, anything else watermelon, I'm just kind of like,
Do you like actual watermelon?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not the same.
No, I'm not a big fruit person, but like cold watermelon when you're like in the swimming pool.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's like the best thing ever. Like I'll eat like a whole watermelon.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one that we're gonna try, I picked up like right whenever we were checking out. And Amanda thought that was really disgusting for buying them.
Scared.
But then the lady, she was scared. And then the lady at the cash register was like, "Oh my gosh, those are so good. They're like just the right amount of sour." And I was like, "Well, thank you." They're called peas and carrot sour gummy candies from Trader Joe's.
Do they just look like peas and carrots?
They just look like peas and carrots.
Okay.
It says it's fruit flavored.
Okay, because I was immediately like, I thought it was, you know.
It just smells like sour. Might have to try more than one, but I only picked up one.
They look freaking weird.
Which one are you trying first, a pea?
Okay, and you're trying the sour.
I'll try a pea.
It's like, I like it, but it has a weird taste.
Yeah, it definitely has a weird taste. I mean, the sour is a good sour, but
There's something weird tasting.
and it's weird. I don't like the carrot.
I almost just choked.
I was just gonna choke on our candies here.
Oh my god.
Ew, I do not like that. The peas were definitely better than the carrots.
Oh no, I'm scared. I didn't eat it yet.
You should have not said anything.
Tastes like an orange slice.
Oh, you're right. Maybe that's why I don't like it.
You don't like orange slices?
I don't like orange flavored candy.
Man, it tastes like an orange. I actually kind of like the carrot.
The carrot wasn't really that sour to me, though.
No, it's not sour. The pea was sour, but pea tasted weird.
Yeah, they're
no.
They're interesting.
Trader Joe's gummies are not the best.
Do you want to rate them?
Mm.
What would you rate the honeycomb candy?
Like from 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Like a 5.
That's generous.
What would you say?
I would probably say like a 3. I would probably never pick those up again.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. I thought they were good, but I feel like I literally couldn't chew it up.
Yeah. It was toffee was a good way to describe it. Okay, the s'mores clusters.
A 7.
Yeah.
I do like them. Like, I would eat them. They're probably the only thing that I would eat as well. Well, here we are.
I would probably give it like an 8. I like those guys. They do need more marshmallows, though.
Yeah.
Okay, the mini gummy bears.
Like a 6.
I actually really like those. I think I'm going to give them an 8.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They were the best gummies that we had, and
I feel like I just
the
really like
flavoring.
Haribo. Is it Haribo?
Yeah.
Gummies. They taste like fruit snacks, which I like fruit snacks, but I'm not getting gummy bear.
Yeah. Gummy fruits.
I don't know, like a 5. I feel like
Oh my god.
4. I don't think the texture was as bad as you were saying it is. Like, I like that I could chew it up. Like,
okay.
I'm like really weird about stuff that I have to sit and chew for an hour.
Okay.
But like, I've always been like that.
It just reminded me of like a grandma candy almost. Like, I feel like that's what I was thinking whenever I was chewing it. I would probably give it a 4 as well. Because some of the flavors were good, but yeah.
The peas and carrots go. You could.
The peas and carrots are in the trash.
I like the carrot. I did.
I like the pea one, so half and half.
The pea one tasted like...
It didn't have a specific flavor, I feel like. So, I'll give them a generous 3.5.
Yeah. I'm like actually... I'm very disappointed. Because like I think a lot of Trader Joe's, like I do. And
yeah.
But I'm definitely... The honeycomb one is the only one I like actually saw people eating on like TikTok and stuff. So I'm definitely going to be like on the research area to see what else we can try. Her half honeycomb that she ate. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but
yeah, I didn't really love that honeycomb one.
No, I'm disappointed, but all right, moving along. I listened to the podcast Two Hot Takes, and they started doing this thing where they're like moving along, and then they'll be like moving along, and then they said that they sounded like the Hannah Montana show, and they're like, oh. So I'm not gonna steal that from them, but I thought it was really funny.
That is funny. Something that we wanted to talk about today that Amanda actually had brought up to me a long while ago, whenever she found out about it, was Mark leaving for a long trip in September.
No, I'm excited about this. So,
but she was like, I need advice.
Oh, yeah. So, what we've talked about in a previous episode is, like when we were talking about the beginning stages of our marriage, Lindsay said one of the hardest things that she went through was Dylan being away for fishing tournaments and stuff like that. And Mark and I have lived here for like 2 years. Yeah. And there's never been a time where he's actually left, even for like a weekend trip. And I've always been like, no, don't go. And then, I mean, now like a weekend trip, like I think I would do. I think I would be okay. But he's going in September for like I think like 5 days to a WordPress conference, which is like really amazing, and I'm glad that he's going to be able to go and meet all sorts of people and stuff like that. WordPress is like a I'm like a I don't know why I can't think of the word, but it's like a tool or company or tool to like use to build websites and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like it's what people use to build websites, and there's like this whole WordPress community, and he's
Okay.
made a lot of videos on it this year, been on a ton of podcasts, like talking about WordPress. There's like a whole WordPress community, and he's just like met so many people, and he actually wasn't gonna go, and just because it's in Portland, Oregon. But then all these people started asking him, like, hey, are you coming? Like, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, like, I really should go and do this. And he did ask me to come, but, like, it's like a 4-day event. So I'm like, what am I going to do while you're at this 4-day event? Like, just stay at the hotel. If it was, like, one day, like, sure. Like, I'll go on a trip and then we could do other stuff the rest of the time. So yeah, I'm really excited for him, and he's going with his good friend and colleague. But yeah, but I feel like it stems like it's not just. I feel like me personally, like I've always had like such bad separation anxiety, like from when I was a kid. It was from my mom. So if I would go sleep over at other people's houses, like at night, I'd be that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if you heard whatever that was. That was my throat. Okay, drinking claws on the podcast is interesting. I keep burping. Okay. Anyways, stop, because I have to listen back and see if I hear that, because that is funny. But yeah, like I would be that kid that would be like crying to like my friend's mom, like, I don't feel good and I want to go home, but I just had like really bad anxiety, like not being with my mom, or yeah, just like stuff like that. But then like, I got older, and then I would stay at my friend's house, and like, I was fine, but I feel like I always still had like a little bit of that, like even when I was older.
Yeah.
Obviously it got better as I got older, and obviously when I was with my friend's house drinking or doing whatever I was doing, like I'm not thinking about my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, but
you're like, mommy.
I'm like, leave me alone, mom. But yeah, and like I think I always like, and then with Mark, like when I went on trips and stuff, like I never had that type of separation anxiety. Like I always felt really comfortable around him. So I feel like that is, obviously really good. And, now obviously I live with him, and my mom doesn't live far. But it's like, I don't know. This is like, I feel like this is like a huge, I'm going on like a tangent, but, so I've just always had really bad separation anxiety from like my mom or like significant others specifically, like all the time. So, like a weekend trip, like I'm sure I would really miss him and be really distraught, but I'm like home, and like I'm sure over the weekend I'm going to be doing stuff around the house, or like just I'm thinking of like a Saturday or Sunday, or like,
yeah.
But for like 5 whole days, like I feel like I'm like, yeah, it's like just going to be hard, but I'm like,
What days is it?
I think it's like Monday through Friday, or I might leave Sunday and like come back Friday. I think it really depends.
Okay.
But yeah, but like I obviously know I'll be fine, and like I think it'll be good for me too, because like he's going to continue going on trips, and I'm not always going to be with him, and also like doing stuff without him is good, like it's not like don't necessarily hang out like every single day, even though we live together. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little backstory on that, because I feel like that's always been a thing for me, and even just in relationships in general, when I didn't see someone for a long time, like even when I was like young, like I always had that like separation anxiety, like pit in your stomach almost type feeling, like, so, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna be gone for 5 days, like I'm gonna be blah blah, like so dramatic. I feel like so dramatic, but it's just because.
Well, I think it makes a huge difference that you guys have never really been away from each other for long periods of time.
Not since we've lived together, and
probably before that.
Not even. Yeah, I mean the most like we weren't together, like when we were together, but not living together. Oh, I think like during COVID, I didn't see him for like 2 weeks, but that was because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, no, like maybe like 4 days, the longest. But
yeah,
we also didn't live together, so it was different then.
Because I mean, I'm saying that, or I had said that it had been really hard for me, Dylan, leaving
Mm-hmm.
and going away, but also that was just something that happened from the jump. Like
right.
I knew that was going to happen. I had to prepare myself for that happening. Like he wasn't around a whole bunch of weekends, and then once we moved in together, he said, "I'm really going to try to take this more seriously.
Right,
I'm
and
he
does it consistently too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I mean, like still, so
yeah, and it definitely took a while for me to get used to like that happening, and being by myself, because I think it was hard because I was just like, okay, what do I do? Like, I mean, admittedly, I would sit around and wait for him all weekend. I would literally do nothing and just sit and wait. And that is so embarrassing to admit.
Yeah.
But, like, it's true. Like, I was like, what else am I going to do with my life right now? Like, I don't even know, like, what my life looks like without him, like, being right here next to me, And, like, we obviously had just gotten married. And, like, we got married in September. So that's kind of, like, close to the end of fishing season. And so I'm sure he went on a couple fishing trips, like, within the fall and early winter. But then once spring comes and all those tournaments start, like, Dylan is gone almost every weekend. Like, there are very few weekends in the spring and early summer that we get to spend with each other. Like, next weekend, we, like, have a whole weekend of stuff planned besides, like, Sunday. Obviously, it's Father's Day, but, like, I was like, that is going to be, like, the only weekend that we're actually going to be able to spend together. So I want to, like, do as much as we can together and just, like, spend that time together. So, yeah, I know how hard that can be. And, I mean, my biggest piece of advice would be to plan the whole entire time. Like, and I think that's hard to do because sometimes you don't know what's going to go on.
Yeah, I do think, I mean, I feel like I never see my parents. I think it would be good to, like, go to their house for dinner and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah, I used to do that too. I used to just be like, hey, I'm coming over for dinner and just, like, hang out. Like, I'll still do that sometimes, like, whenever Dylan's gone, and just be like, hey, can we get dinner or something? Because I'm really bored.
Yeah, I feel like as the week goes on, it's like longer. I'm gonna be like, I'll be like so emotional.
It might also get easier too. Yeah. I mean, you don't know how it's gonna be, but
I mean, I think it's like I said. I think it's good. I think it is good. Like, it's good for him to go on trips and do this sort of stuff, and I want him to continue to do that. Like, sure, if like I'm able to come to something or whatever, but I'm not just gonna like come to your business trip and be like, like,
Yeah, and I think it's important for him to be doing that alone.
I think it's important for him to be doing that type of stuff, and I also think it's important for me to like spend some time alone too. Obviously not, all the freaking time.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I mean, when I'm at home alone, like I'm normally like doing laundry or doing the dishwasher, or I'm like watching a show, like I'm normally like listening to a podcast, or like I'm at the gym. So like I feel like I don't spend a lot of time alone with my thoughts, and I know that's like good to do, but it's like
I never do that.
It's like
as I just said, I watch aquarium and zoo shows in my free time.
I don't know, I'm like like you said, like when you're alone with your thoughts, I'm like
I think another hard part of that is whenever you're saying that is knowing that they're not coming home.
Yeah.
And I think that has always been the hardest part for me, and still the hardest part is me, like, even on weekdays, thinking I'm going to go home and he's not coming home tonight.
Yeah.
I have to figure out what I'm going to do tonight. And, like, without him. And sometimes that's easier, and sometimes it is just like, oh, well, that means I can get this done that I really wanted to get done, but I just feel like I don't have time because he's always here, you know, and we want to spend time with each other. Like, sometimes it is easy like that. But that's why I said plan everything, because even the little things, like even being like, oh, I really wanted to get this one thing done. So if we can do that if I can do that while he's gone, that will take up at least like a few hours of my time to like be doing that. Like if I come over one night and hang out, or, you know, whatever. I think just planning even like small stuff really. Oh, was that you again?
Oh my god.
I didn't even notice. But yeah, even planning the small stuff throughout your day, like after work, instead of just going straight home, I'm going to go pick up myself up some dinner and have dinner, and then I'm going to watch my favorite show after. You know, like there's
sorry,
this couch literally eats you.
I'm sorry, I'm like repositioning myself because my leg is like asleep. But yeah, and like I have nights like that too, where I'll come home from work and like Mark has a hockey game or something, and he won't be here for like, oh my god, I'm never drinking a White Claw on here again, because I don't know what it's.
It's fine.
It's because I like have to burp, but I keep talking instead of like
letting
and like
it out.
the end.
I understand. That's happened to me many times.
But yeah, even like tonight, like I don't know when he'll be home. Like maybe like 9:30 or something like that. Or like there's nights where like I have a staff meeting or something, and then I come home, and like I know he's not gonna be home from hockey till like 10 or 11. You know.
Yeah.
So, oh my god.
I told Amanda I had a story that I wanted to say.
Oh yeah.
Because right now actually Dylan is away and he's gone for like 4 days. So last night, I really do very well now with Dylan being gone. I am usually really good with being home alone. I'm good at keeping myself occupied. I always am like keeping myself busy doing laundry or whatever. I mean, it also feels good sometimes just to like lay on the couch and not have to have someone like worrying about what you're doing as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Literally like I'll be like, I can watch, but I want to watch, and you're not going to say anything to me about me laying here watching Secret Life of the American
Yeah.
for 5 hours. The other night, he actually laid on the couch while I watched it, though. That was shocking. But anyways, sorry.
No, you're fine. So yeah, I have always kept myself busy and doing stuff and around the house mostly, but yeah, just keeping myself busy. So last night, I went over to my friend and coworker's house, like I said, and then I came home and I was really tired, so I didn't really do much after that. So I like folded laundry and then like laid in bed for the rest of the night. So later, I ended up not like actually trying to go to sleep until like almost 12 o'clock, which I shouldn't have, but I also have a really hard time sleeping without Dylan being there, which is so weird because, like, some nights he will sleep downstairs because our room gets so hot that he will sleep downstairs on the couch. And, like, those nights, I know he's downstairs, so I just, like, fall asleep. Yeah, but, like, knowing that he's not in the house, like, I don't know. And, like, we've never had a scare or anything like that. Like, there's no reason for me to be, like, afraid. I always lock the doors whenever he's not there. But last night... this was terrible. So right while I was like getting myself comfortable for bed, I realized I needed to pee. And also I realized that I left something on the floor that I thought Juniper was going to pee on. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go downstairs and get that stuff and then I'll go to bed. So I start walking down the steps and I get like halfway down the steps and I hear a phone ringing. I immediately sprinted back up the steps, ran into the room, and locked the door, and my heart was beating so fast. Like, I could not even comprehend what just happened. And I was like, there's someone in the house. Like, their phone started ringing. Like, immediately my mind goes there, which, like, my logical mind was obviously being like, no, Lindsay, like, it had to have been something else. Because, like, Dylan has a work phone, and, like, my iPad or something like that sometimes goes off. So I go to call Dylan, and he's up in Erie, so, like, there's not a lot of service up there. So I called him, and he didn't pick up, and his phone immediately 3 times went right to voicemail. I was like, no. So then I texted him, and I said, something really scary happened. Why is your phone dead?
Oh my god.
So then I'm, like, staring at my phone at one of Dylan's friends' contacts, because I'm like, I know it's like 12 o'clock at night, but if I needed to talk to someone, this would be the person that I would want to call and, like, know would make me feel safe, you know? And so I have his contact up on my phone. I'm, like, staring at it. And all of a sudden Dylan calls me. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. Like, I was so scared. And immediately I pick up the phone and I just start bawling my eyes out. Like, I, like, felt all this, like, pent up anxiety, like, coming out, and I could not stop crying. I was just crying and crying and crying, and Dylan was like, I'm gonna get in the car right now. And, like, I know he had been drinking, not a lot, but, like, usually on these trips he drinks. I was like, you're like an hour and 45 minutes away, you're not coming down here right now, like, and you have a tournament tomorrow probably at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, that's just ridiculous. I was like, I know it is just something that is happening. Like, I know that it's something logical, but my brain could not wrap my mind around that. Like, that it was something logical and not someone, like, about to murder me in the house. And I just kept saying to him, well, I know if someone's gonna murder me, they're just gonna do it right now. Like, they're just gonna do it while I'm crying on the phone. Oh my gosh. But I honestly, in the whole 7 years that we have been married, I have never once been that scared. Like, my mind would not let me calm down.
Did you ever find out what it was?
Okay, let me finish the story. So he was like, Lindsay, it has to be my work phone. I was like, why would someone call you at almost 12:30 at night? That is ridiculous. Like, 12 o'clock at night. So he was like, no, I get spam calls on that phone all the time. I deal with it all day. Like, it has to be that. I was like, okay. So I calmed myself down. We ended up, like, talking a little bit. I, like, calmed myself down. Very obviously, if someone was in my house gonna hurt me for some reason, they would have done it already, you know? Like, I knew that in my mind. Like, they're not gonna sit around and be, like, waiting for me, you know? And so I was like, the only thing that is going to make me feel better is, 1, figuring out what happened, and 2, me just going downstairs and looking around, which is, like, the scariest thing in the world. But knowing that Dylan was on the phone, if something did happen, he could get someone there to help me. So I, like, unlock our bedroom door, and I turn on all the lights. And I go downstairs, and I'm, like, walking through the house, and he's like, okay. So I walked through the whole house, and everything was, like, I walked through almost the whole house, and everything was, like, all right. I'm in the living room, and he was like, do you want me to call my work phone so you know where it is? Because I hadn't seen it the whole entire time he wasn't home. And usually it's, like, laying around somewhere where I know where it is. And I was like, yeah, call your work phone, because then I can hear it and know what it is. He calls his work phone. I know he's calling it because he hung up with me, and nothing is ringing. And I was like, no.
Oh my god.
So then while he's doing that and we are off the phone with each other, I walk into our office area, and I look at our Mac computer, and it says, Dylan tried calling you. So while I was walking down the steps, apparently Dylan tried calling me, but I left my phone upstairs.
Oh my god.
And so it was on sleep, like, do not disturb mode, and it was plugged in, like, locked. So he had to have, like, tried calling me or, like, butt dialed me or something in that time. And instead of ringing on my phone, it rung on our Mac for some reason.
Oh my god.
How stupid is that?
And the minute you're walking down the stairs.
Yeah, literally. So then I walk in and I see that, and I'm like, okay, that has to be what it is. Like, there's no other explanation as to what it is. Obviously, like, no one is in my house. And so Yeah, I just literally had never been so scared in my whole entire life. I don't know why my brain would not let me like think that it was anything else. And he was like, he just kept on being like, no, it has to be like my work phone. It has to be my work phone. I was like, I have not seen your work phone, and I just did all your laundry. I know that it's not there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was extremely scary. So not that that helps you being home alone.
I mean,
but
remember I called you the one day and you and Dylan talked to me when I thought
yes,
someone was downstairs.
yes,
Yeah. So that happens to me.
Yeah.
Not to that extent. Like I don't think I've ever been like extremely crying, but I think it was like I always get scared. We have a Google and I'll be like, oh, I can't say that word, but I'll be like, hey G word, because we have one. I'm looking at one right now. We have one in here, but I'll be like, hey G word, are the doors locked? And it'll be like the front door and the back door are locked. But the one time it was like, I cannot reach the back door right now, and I'm like, oh, I'm so scared that that's gonna be. And I think I heard something or something. I don't know. I mean, it's terrifying. I would probably do the same thing. I heard the ringing.
Yeah, I just could not.
Especially
like,
at midnight, you're hearing ringing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, there's no possible. And also, I forgot to say that my iPad was upstairs with me whenever that happened. And so I knew that it wasn't that. And as soon as I walked up the steps, I stopped hearing it. So I thought that Dylan was calling me, and my phone, like, I could hear it. So I walked back upstairs into the room. And as soon as I walked into the room, I couldn't hear anything anymore. So I was like, it was just so stressful. So then I didn't go to sleep until like 2 o'clock in the morning because I was so scared.
Yeah, I definitely get freaked out at night too. Like, it depends. Like, if I know he's gonna be home at like 11 or something like that, then like I'm okay. But like, yeah, definitely like being here at night, like that's a part of it too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I usually like. I mean, yes, of course, there's times that I get worried or scared or, like, are afraid of, like, going downstairs at night or whatever, because we only have one bathroom and it's downstairs. So, very inconvenient. So, of course, there are times that I get scared, but, like, I just, like, last night, I could not get a grip on myself, like, and, like, my logical mind just, like, got pushed out the window. I was like, forget you. There's definitely someone trying to kill you in this house.
Yeah, I feel like at night too, you're just it's so easily to be scared. Like if it's like during the daytime, you're like, okay,
whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I think that maybe the point of my story is just that it is really helpful to have someone looking out for you as well, like knowing that that time is happening, because obviously Dylan's friends like know that he's not around, and I know that he most of the time talks to the neighbor and tells them that he's going to be gone and to keep an eye on me in the house. So that, you know,
well, there's been several times that Mark isn't here and I call my parents.
Yeah.
Like,
and your parents live so close, and I would have called my dad, but they're out of town right now.
Yeah,
of course.
Also, it was really late at night, so it's like, sometimes my mom.
I mean, I definitely like, yeah, that's true. Maybe not hear it, but I would have called anyone if I actually would have, because like I knew, and my brain kept telling me like it's nothing that serious, you know. But like I just could not, like my heart was beating so fast, and like I couldn't like breathe. Like, oh my god, it was terrible.
I literally called my stepdad because there was a giant. I was in the shower. This was like last year or like something like that. I was literally in the shower, shampoo in my hair, and there was a giant wasp. And I'm not kidding. It was massive. And I
hate wasps.
I do not do bees. So I immediately get, and it's like 7:30 at this point, and like Mark's not gonna be home till like 9:30, and like I was like so ready to get a shower and then go lay in bed early or watch TV, and I didn't know what to do, so I immediately just went out of the bathroom and shut the door, and I'm like, okay, the water's running, I at least need to go turn the water off. I literally called my stepdad, freaking out because I didn't know what to do. He's like, just try to hit it with something. I'm like, I cannot. I am genuinely so scared.
Yeah.
So terrified.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is like so dramatic. But I'm like, I just can't with wasps and bees. So I ended up like rinsing my hair out in the kitchen sink and then running back in and somehow shutting the water off and then like closing the door and
just left it in there for Mark to discover
until,
whenever he came
until Mark came home. I told him all about it. It was the most distraught, dramatic thing ever. And like I
hate wasps, so I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like if I got stung or something, like obviously it would be awful, but I'm like, all this because I'm afraid it's gonna sting me, you know? Like So anyways, he goes and looks for it, and he's like, Amanda, I can't find this wasp anywhere. And I was like, I'm telling you, it's there. And it was in between the two shower curtains, just like chilling there, and he got it. And he was like, yeah, that was a big fucker. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I was terrified. So, and then he put in our vows that he would kill every bug ever found in the house, which
I love that.
was amazing. But yeah, what am I gonna do if I find a wasp?
Call your old neighbor.
Oh my god, yeah. It stings him and he ends up like on the ground.
Okay, never mind. Call Dylan.
No, I know, and I'm like, something like that. I don't want to be a burden.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking last night as I was having a panic attack.
Well, you thought someone was in your house. I'm talking about a bee. But yeah, somehow bees always get.
But also, I knew that it was something not that serious, you know, and so I didn't want to be calling someone and start crying.
Also, like, you never know. I mean, I called you and I thought somebody was downstairs or whatever. Yeah. You never know.
And you always can call me.
Thank you. I've called my mom just because, like, some guy was staring at me in the parking lot before. And I'm like, can you just stay on the phone with me? Like, it's hard because it's like two sides of your brain. Like, there's a big part of you that's like, I know I'm being dramatic, but then there's the other part that's like, but what if I'm not? Like, you'd rather be safe than sorry.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah, I will help you with any thing that you need if you want to plan some stuff with me, or just, like, getting a schedule together in general.
Yeah.
I think that would be helpful.
Yeah.
So
I guess we'll see.
So glad that took up like 30 minutes of our time.
I know. There's like some time before then, so I'll see. And
we'll be busy.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like during the work week, so I'm like, I'll be working and stuff too, and like going
and
to the
that
gym,
also helps
like
a
going
lot.
to the gym or like just chilling and watching something before I go to bed or something like that. So
yeah, I think honestly my biggest problem is always weekends.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
that
like
is true. I
my...
say like weekends are I don't really think weekends would be easy per se.
Yeah.
Especially,
but you're right. You always have stuff that you plan and have going on.
I mean, yeah, it really depends. Like, if my mom's, like, on call. Like, if my mom's free, then, like, I could do something with her.
Yeah.
On the weekend. Or, like, I mean, if I was literally I totally understand. Like, if I was literally by myself all weekend, then that's totally understandable.
Yeah. And I think what's hard for me is that a lot of times I just will not like plan anything now that like I'm used to it, but then I'm like, I need to get out of the house. Like if I just sit in here all day and do chores, like I'm gonna drive myself crazy.
Yeah, sometimes even if he's at a tournament or something, I'm like bored, or like I'll even like go out for a little bit, but I'll come home and I'll be alone. I'm like, what do I do now?
Yeah, exactly.
Which, like, that's what I mean. Like, I need to get like more comfortable with like being by myself, or like I don't know, like like he was telling me the other day, like he has so many hobbies, and I really have like I go to the gym and like, and I was like, well, we have a podcast.
I feel the same way. I feel like I don't have as many hobbies as Dylan does either.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I find my passions in other places
right.
that aren't necessarily considered hobbies, but they're just stuff that I enjoy doing and just do on my own. Like I guess it's considered a hobby, but I don't think they're traditional hobbies. like doing chores. That's embarrassing to say.
Stop! That's so great. Because, like, mine is more like, I mean, you know, if I'm, like, home and I have nothing else going on, like, I put on a podcast and I, like, put away my laundry. And, like, it's not bad. But there are times, like, I dread doing stuff like that. So, like, that's good that you enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't know. I find a lot of joy in it. And I really just, it's just something that makes me happy, and it's a weird thing. But also, it's like organizing. Like, Amanda would always make fun of me for loving organizing. But
I could literally, like, gouge my eyes out just thinking about organizing.
Exactly.
I wish I enjoyed it.
So, yeah, I just think that the things that I like to do and the things that I'm, like, you know, find myself enjoying are just, like, not your typical things.
Like, I'm sorry that I like going to Dunkin' or Starbucks and doing a review.
Yeah.
You know, like, Mark's always like, we don't go out to eat that much. We really don't. Like, him and I don't. Like, I'll go to, like, Chipotle, like, by myself sometimes. And then, like, I go to Dunkin' or Starbucks, and he'll be like, oh, you're always, like, getting food out. And I'm like, but, like, that's what I like to do. Like, I like to go get a little coffee and, like, make a TikTok and, like, review it.
Please
like,
let us know if you're a girl and you really like to do some weird hobby thing that's not actually a hobby, but it's
like,
something that you really enjoy doing. Just let us know.
Like, I'm sorry, but, like, that's a hobby. Like,
I go to Dunkin' Donuts. Is that not considered a hobby?
I'm like... Yeah, I don't know, like, I am aware that I am spending money doing that. But now that I have my Nespresso machine, I don't do it all the time. But, like, that's something that brings me joy to go
treat.
To go get a little paradise drink or whatever it may be. Like, I love when they come out with new stuff for, like, the summer or seasonal and go trying it and do a review. Like, I just love that.
Yeah. No, I get you. What did you want to talk about Sabrina Carpenter for?
Oh, I put Sabrina Carpenter because I wanted to ask you if you like her.
Yeah, I see her becoming more popular, and I don't know. I guess I never really like paid attention before.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she's always been popular. I don't want to say that.
Honestly,
but, like,
I haven't.
She's been around the scope.
No,
of,
she's
like,
becoming like extremely popular, and so she did like part of the Eras tour with Taylor Swift.
Okay.
But she was like on tour before that, I think previously. But I've just been really liking her songs recently.
Yeah, I mean, I hear her song Espresso on TikTok all the time. But yeah, other than that, I don't think I put much.
There's been like the song Feather is really good too. There's just a couple of her songs I really like. But
maybe you should send them to me.
What happened to me is we were laying on the couch one Saturday night, and it was like the first weekend of Coachella, and you can watch Coachella on TV.
Yes.
So we watched her on the TV, and I was like, wow, like I like.
You're like, I'm into it.
But I am like, I just feel like I'm like literally your basic bitch. Like, I always am. Like, I always you know, gotta stay young. Like, just keep up with
the at heart.
the pop culture girlies. Like, but no, she's like has a really good voice, and like it's very like poppy, but like fun. Like, she has really fun songs, and
the songs that I have heard from her, and also. It's not that I have never heard of her, but I used to listen to her music whenever she wasn't popular. Like the song Sue Me. I would listen to that song.
Was that like Disney Channel?
No, let's see whenever it came out. I'll tell you.
Because I remember seeing her on that show, but whenever that show came out, I like wasn't watching Disney Channel anymore. So that's why I didn't really know much about her back then.
Let's see.
But, her boyfriend's, like, in her new music video, and I saw that Jack Antonoff,
okay, that was 2018 that song came out, so possibly.
Yeah, I saw
that was, like, whenever she was very new.
Why can't I say his last name? Jack Antonoff, produced her new song, so she's...
Oh.
she's on.
What other song?
Which is like,
I don't know. There's a song
amazing,
that
obviously.
Dylan really likes by her too.
Oh wow.
But there were older songs. Like we would listen to her like whenever she wasn't that popular, and then I just kind of like forgot about her, and then now she's really popular again. So
yeah.
So yeah, I'll have to listen to some of her new songs.
Yeah, I'll definitely send you some of them. They're fun. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I just had like, do you like any Tortured Poets Department songs, or you can
Updates.
Or you can just say your favorite songs in general, but I'd like to hear, since it's been a good while since Tortured Poets came out.
I mean, I've definitely like listened to, I feel like, most of the songs by now, but I do have to say that I think I like Midnights so much that I just can't really get into this album. I listen to Midnights often. And I feel like I never like was able to really, I don't know, maybe it's just not my vibe or like something like that.
It is a lot slower.
Yeah, I think that's part of how I feel. Like, I love the song Bejeweled, and I just love like Lavender Haze. Like, I love those songs so much that I don't know, I just never really.
Yeah.
But I think I am gonna go to the what is that called? The karaoke. Is it a karaoke thing?
The Taylor Swift party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a Taylor Swift party.
No, oh my gosh, it's so fun. So, Jurgles, we live in Pittsburgh. Jurgles is, I think it's like in Warrendale.
Yes.
Anyways, we're going to this Taylor Swift night that they're having there.
Yeah. And they just like play Taylor Swift songs all night, and then all like.
So they have
all the girls come out.
All the girls went. I went previously with my friend Randy and my friend Morgan, and we dragged Mark and Randy's husband there, which this time I was like, they're going to stay at home.
Yeah, they're not going to ruin the vibe.
Yeah, but they had like Taylor Swift themed drinks, and then they had a lip sync battle.
Okay.
And then they had a competition. Like a dress like Taylor Swift competition.
Okay, yeah.
It was so wild, like seeing all these people look like Taylor Swift, and then they just play Taylor Swift music all night. But like it was just so fun.
Was that one for the Eras tour, and this one's for Tortured Poets?
Honestly, I don't really know if it's. It just said it has the Tortured Poets Department on there, but I think that's just because it's her newest album. I think it's still gonna be like all the eras and everything.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how often they have it, maybe like once a year or something. I know there's a lot of other places that have it like all year round or whatever. But it was so fun. This place is a really nice venue compared to like one of the like tinier little places that like I went to, oh my god, what is it called? Not Mr. Smalls, but the other one in like McKees Rocks. But anyway,
I don't know.
I went to like the Roxanne Theater. I went to there and they did it, and it was fun, but it was like so much smaller. Like,
yeah, Jurgles is really big.
Yeah,
I went there for New Year's one.
Yeah, it's big, and then like if you want to get away from like the big crowd, it's like you're like sweating to death. We can go upstairs. And stuff, and I did order that dress.
Did you?
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it.
I ordered this like t-shirt dress. It's like it's like it looks like you're wearing it, like it has like the skin, but then like the Tortured Poets dress. Yeah. I kept telling myself, I'm like, no, you should just dress like the 1989 Taylor, like you already you did that, you have the outfit. But I was like, oh my god, I need to be in the Tortured Poets Department era. Like I just can't.
It's changing.
So, but yeah, I definitely really like it. It's like almost all I listen, like that and like Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like it's what I've been listening to recently.
Okay, yeah.
But it definitely is a lot slower. But I feel like it's slower, but I can still like dance to it. It's weird.
Yeah.
But there are some songs on there that I'm like,
okay.
Some of them I can't really get behind.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I can't really say that. I mean, I have obviously listened to most of the songs in the album, but I just can't say that I have found myself going back to them. And I found myself going back to Midnights more than I find myself going back to.
I think Midnights is like it's definitely such a different vibe.
I love that album so much.
Any of the other album, yeah.
So yeah,
I often think, what is she gonna do after this tour? It's just so crazy. It's still going on. It's been going on forever, and then like,
do you know like when it's gonna end?
I think that I think it's supposed to end in December, actually. But I don't know if it's, I don't know. Everyone's like, oh, do you think she'll come back to LA? Do you think she'll, and I'm like, how long can she do this for? Like, I don't really think she's gonna do more dates, but I mean, she did before, but I don't know. But I mean, I hope she takes a nice needed break and spend some time.
A nice nap. That's what I was imagining you saying.
A nice needed break and spend some time with Travis and like
her family.
Yeah, and you know, gives us some other good shit. But
yeah,
so weird to think about. But I may see her on December 25th. So we'll see.
We'll see.
All right.
Well, is that all?
Is that all?
Is that all you have to say?
Yeah, I have no idea how long this is, but I feel like we've been going for
1 hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like we've been going for quite some time, guys.
A little longer episode than usual, but
we had a lot to catch up on. I could probably sit here for another hour, but
yeah,
we
saved a lot of stuff earlier today for right now. So
yeah, I just keep picturing you like walking down the stairs with the phone ringing.
It was scary.
You like ugly crying.
Yeah, literally, that was me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm okay, everybody. I'm very tired, but I'm okay. Survived the night.
Yes, and we're happy to have Lindsay back with us.
Yay! I'm happy to be back and not feeling sick this week.
Yeah.
So yeah. We will be posting on Thursdays, like Amanda said last week. And next episode will be an exciting one, so you'll want to stay tuned.
Definitely.
Okay. Have a great week. Bye.
See ya.